A group of workers from Sierra Leone said that they've been forced to live on the streets after they were prevented from accessing shelters in Beirut.
Now we have a clear picture how racism works in Lebanon.
Hey fam, great to hear. Welcome back to the channel and greetings from the Democratic Republic of the Congo. It's beautiful out here. I wish I could bring all of you along, but I think I'll share some stories. But as always, to you guys that keep supporting me on here, thank you so very, very much. I really appreciate you guys. Now, today's video, I don't even know when it's gonna come to you because I'm in some remote areas, so the internet coverage is not really that good. But we will try and see. If it comes, then it comes, because we have something that is very concerning, and I think if we create a video, then it can actually bring awareness. Now, some of you are aware of what is actually happening in Lebanon. Israel threatened to attack Lebanon. There's a certain place, right? But I don't know if you saw videos of Africans coming out to ask for help from their governments to come and evacuate them and, you know, help them. And that goes to tell you that in that country, a person that looks like you, you're not going to be helped. It is shocking. I saw a video of a lady, a Kenyan lady, that just woke up from sleep only to find out that her bosses left her in the house. They evacuated, went and ran for safety, left her behind. How heartless can you be? That's not the only thing. Guess what happened else? Sierra Leonean workers or people from Sierra Leone that were working in the Lebanon, now they're being kicked out of the shelters, safety shelters, to go and find means of survival. And I feel like let's watch this clip, come back and talk about it.
A group of workers from Sierra Leone said that they've been forced to live on the streets after they were prevented from accessing shelters in Beirut. The International Organization for Migration says there are more than 160,000 migrant workers in Lebanon.
I think now we have a clear picture how racism works in Lebanon, because even in this terrible situation that everyone is in, they still reject us because we are migrants, and also we don't have access to shelters. They will post it online that there's vacancy, and we reach out and said, I'm sorry, we don't have space. But they do have space for their citizens.
Mimi nimeamka nikapata watu hawayuko, niko Beirut.
So she says she woke up and only to ask where is everybody, and they had left. And my Swahili is not good, but I'm gonna try translate those that I know. She woke up, nobody in the house. She told herself, it's only me and my God right now.
Walipanga mambo yao kama hawaniambi. Mimi nimeamka hakuna mtu. Nikasema sasa hapa ni mimi na Mungu wangu.
When we create such videos, a lot of people come out to say, you guys are spreading hate. You guys are, baiting. We need more love in this world. We are all one. And I don't know if preaching love is supposed to be done when it favors one people. We ignore other things, the evils that they commit against Black people, which they have been doing for decades. I don't know if that is how it's supposed to be working. I don't know if they want you to live in a world of dismissal of the fact that we are very different. Moments like this show you who you really, really are. They put you in your place, unfortunately. When the entire world is running for safety, for survival, you will definitely be left behind to fend for yourself and look for means of surviving. As people are telling us, spread love, because honestly, this is not hate. This is, we are blowing this horn for concern and for safety of our people. But as we are told to preach more love and not talk about this and just, be more careful, there are people that are left in the house. The bosses are fleeing and they are waking up to an empty house. Yes, as we are asked to ignore the realities and dismiss everything,
We have workers that are being kicked out of shelters and they are on the streets. They don't even know what next. People that are crying for their governments and nothing is coming of help. I think people don't want us to just really awaken our people. This is not something that has just happened right now. It happened during COVID-19. Africans, yes, they withheld medicines from you to save their people because they thought you're gonna drop like mosquitoes that have been sprayed. I don't know if we need to be reminded of what happened in Ukraine when the war broke out. Our people were left to find means. I don't know if we need to be that much forgetful of the workers that are recruited. You know, they are promised jobs in Russia only for them to find out that they are forcefully recruited in the army and they are used as shields. Yes, I don't know if we need to remember all of this for us to know. And this is not just about these people, but everyone else. The moment you have this melanin in you, survival is meant for you. You're supposed to survive. You're supposed to struggle while everyone else is running for safety. All these measures that they are putting out in the world, none of it is geared towards you. That's the reason as to why they take your minerals and wealth just like that, because who are you to even have this? Meanwhile, the same people that are living and kicking our people out of the safety shelters, they are everywhere in our countries and they are enjoying. I saw in the comment section people were saying it's time for us to teach these people a lesson, kick them out of our country so that they go back to their war-torn zones. Because if this is how you're treating our people as if they are not humans, these are the same people that have been cooking and taking care of your children. They have not been bad to you at all. I know that you pay them, but in moments like this is when they need you the most. Because yeah, the fares are very expensive, plus there is not even any, plans to evacuate or even at least allow them to be in the shelters. How heartless can you be to literally wake up and leave a person in the house? This person has been cooking food, never poisoned you or did anything to you. And most of you are in our countries. You're not just in Africa, you are in Jamaica. And I made a video just of recent where this Jamaican young girl was literally mocking Jamaicans during the hurricane. And people have given you chance to prosper in these countries. You have your capital, you have mansions, you have businesses and all of that. But then you treat Africans just like this. And let me tell you, this is not just Africans, but Black people everywhere. Don't you be there maybe in the US and think when things happen, you get a chance to be treated as an American. The moment trouble comes, it's this first, then you last. Because you are meant to survive, you are meant to, as if you're not human. Like I said, all the measures that are put out there to save the world, none of it is for you as a Black person. You'll be left behind, just like what is happening. And I think it's time for us to wake up and see people for who they really are. If they show you who they are, believe them. We are very nice, very welcoming, very receptive. Open our countries with two arms and give you hugs, establish businesses and prosper. Of all people, the Lebanese people have been under war for the longest, and they know the trauma and everything that this can cause, right? And I feel like they are in a right place to sympathize with other people, the people that have been working for them decades. And I'm telling you, this is not just Kenyans or Sierra Leoneans, it's a lot of people, because Africans are everywhere. Black people are everywhere. That's the reality. I don't know if it's because I do understand that there are not so much opportunities over here, but also we are the cheapest when it comes to labor. Therefore, we are everywhere. We are very hardworking. We accept the pennies and all of that and be nice and take care of others. We have nurtured people. We have nurtured kids. We have built things. But when the world needs to, leave, it will park and leave you behind. And this is an example. Do you ever stop and wonder what happens to the Black populations of these particular countries? Because, yeah, Lebanon and the Gulf countries, they definitely had, you know, yeah, they definitely had Black populations. What happens? Because those same Black populations are also mistreated. Something in India. And I think people want us to live without that reality. They don't want us to acknowledge that. If you don't want us to acknowledge that, then treat us better. We treat you good. We take care of you, your families, your children. We raise, we nurture you. You come out of us. And we do this with a lot of appreciation and gratefulness. And this is how you choose to pay our people, just like this. I think this is time. This should send a message to the governments, to African governments, to see how your people are treated. So that when you are opening your country and giving these people contracts and allowing them to prosper in these countries, you know how they treat your people. You don't have to be that selfish to just think about money, because money is nothing. Money will always, material things will always perish. But the relationship that you have with your people is one thing that will save you a great deal. But anywho, I don't even know. It's so heartbreaking. Again, share this video, and hopefully it can move and create awareness, and maybe our people will get the help. Maybe these governments will wake up and maybe send some bit of rescue, but our people are not in a very good position. I don't know if there are those good bosses that have taken their workers all along, but this is so heartbreaking. This is so sad. You don't need to be reminded that you are different. You live it. You live it. The reality is here to always, you know, bring you in check and remind you that as much as everyone says preach love and all of that, yeah, that's not exactly what they mean. Love is meant for them, not you. Love is meant that you do not talk about the evils that they do and commit against your own people. When you start talking about that, then you don't have the now you don't have any moral authority to speak about that as an African person or as a Black person. For us, we are meant to accept that judgment has come upon us, and this is what we are supposed to be, and therefore just be quiet, don't say anything. Put your thoughts in the comment section, share the video, subscribe to the channel if you are landing on this channel for the very first time, and let me know what you think about this channel as well. And I'll see you in another video. Let's pray for those people, because this is a very difficult time. So send your prayers to our people everywhere. My name is Gracie, and I will see you in another amazing video. I don't know when this is gonna come to you, but hopefully it comes really quick and it helps. Bye.